The legacy of the Civil War is told in the stories of agonizing division and bloody struggle, of life and death in the great crucible of American history. But these stories are not merely footnotes of a time long ago. They're alive today, the mold which casts and defines our own history as a nation and as a people.
We don't do enough of talking about the individual stories of the Civil War and let people decide for themselves what really went on and how does this affect me today. But it does affect me today, and I need to understand that.
The war didn't just occur in North Carolina, so we need to show the connectivity to the whole and what it really meant, for Americans. And still today, we are still trying to live up to that legacy.
Bringing to life the stories of the Civil War in North Carolina, its antecedents, its aftermath, and the implications for today, is the mission of the new North Carolina Civil War History Center. The center, the first such institution in the nation, is more than a military museum or repository of historic artifacts. Its mandate is to preserve and retell the stories of North Carolina's people through the depths of the war and beyond.
The goal of this museum is to tell the entire story, not just about the battles, but what happened to the people at home, what happened to the people afterwards, how did their lives change, and how did the country change?
By exploring those, we get at the heart of what the issues are, and many of those issues we still deal with today.
One of the most significant challenges is how do you take multiple perspectives to tell a story that honors the state of North Carolina, but really unfolds a picture of truth.
The picture of the Civil War that unfolds in the North Carolina Civil War History Center is as rich and diverse as the old North State herself. A picture not of any one cause or any one battle, but a tapestry of the lives caught up in the great sweep of history.
Women, men, blacks, whites, Native Americans, Quakers, Jews, all the people in the state. What impact did the war have on North Carolina, up to and including today?
What's unique about this Civil War History Center is that it's not just retelling a battle that you see once you've seen it. These are the stories of the people in North Carolina.
The North Carolina Civil War History Center complex includes a 60,000 square foot facility featuring permanent exhibits interpreting antebellum history, the war in North Carolina and its aftermath, and its significance today. The center will be located on the grounds of the Confederate Arsenal in Fayetteville, which was targeted by General William T. Sherman in the closing chapters of the war, making its remains one of the state's most important Civil War sites.
Our focal point will be Sherman's invasion of North Carolina, destruction of the arsenal, and then his moves that led to the final surrender of the Civil War, which happened in North Carolina.
The 3D theater in the round immerses visitors in the midst of Sherman's final march, the arsenal's destruction, and the ensuing battles which led to Johnston's surrender at Bennett Place. Exhibits also include an extensive interpretation of Reconstruction and how the war shaped the social and economic fabric of modern North Carolina. When it opens, the History Center complex is projected to welcome upward of 130,000 visitors a year, bringing more than 200 new permanent jobs and nearly $20 million in new annual spending to the city, county, and state. Beyond its walls, another part of the center's charter is to use technology to enable students in North Carolina and around the world to participate in real-time, interactive history right in their homes and classrooms.
It's very important that we be able to reach out to the public and the schools in particular. By putting it out there digitally, more people will be able to see it, many more than will probably come to the museum. So I think all museums are looking at more of an investment in technology, and a big component of this museum will be the technology component.
Creating the North Carolina Civil War History Center will take a total capital investment of $65 million, raised from both private and public sources in a phased approach over several years. With your help, the stories of the Civil War can be retold in new, meaningful ways, bringing to life a past that holds the key to healing our future. As Abraham Lincoln put it, to finish the work we are in.
When they leave, we want them to be looking around them and seeing the way in which the war casts a long shadow.
It's everybody's story. It's our story. And that makes it very powerful.
And that's why it's so important for everyone to know their history. We need to know where we came from. We need to know those forces that helped to shape us and also to help me to understand you.
Join with us through the work of the North Carolina Civil War History Center. Find your own connection with the stories of this historic era to discover its meaning for today and for generations to come.